Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to this quick tutorial on Databricks. In this video, I will show you how to create a simple notebook in Databricks and run your first command. Let's get started. Before we get into how to create the first notebook in Databricks, a quick intro about what is Databricks. So Databricks is an open source platform for data engineering, data science, and machine learning, and it provides a integrated and collaborative approach for data engineers, data science, and BI experts. Steps to create a notebook in Databricks. So you log into the Databricks, create a notebook, and then you can run a simple Python, SQL, or Scala program. So let's quickly get to the Microsoft Azure portal, where I will quickly show you how to create Databricks workspace and then log into the workspace, create notebook, and then run a simple Python program. So this is Microsoft Azure portal. When you log into the Microsoft Azure portal, um, uh, you will have no Databricks subscription. So you'll have to create a Databricks workspace before you can get started to this. Obviously, I'm using Microsoft Azure, but Databricks is offered at AWS and Google Cloud Platform as well. So to create a Microsoft Azure Databricks workspace, you come here, click on the resource button, or you can also click on create resource over here, and then on the search box, search for Azure Databricks, and then click on create Azure Databricks. Here you select, if you have an existing resource group, then you can select one of the existing resource group, or you can create a new resource group as well. So since I have already created a resource group with name test, so I will call it test Databricks. You can, then you'll have to enter the workspace name. So I'll say test Databricks workspace. Reason is the nearest location to your location. So for me, I'll be selecting East US over here. You can select depending on your geographical area. Then pricing tier. So there are two options per pricing tier. One is standard, another is premium. So standard comes with Microsoft Entra ID subscription, but it does not offer you role-based access control and some of the uh, uh, facilities and some of the features which is required for data engineering work that will not be available over there. In a production environment, you typically go ahead and choose the premium one. Basically, it's the major advantage of this is it provides role-based access control. And there is a third option. So if you have not created Databricks a workspace before within that particular Azure subscription, then Databricks also offers 14 days free trial for Databricks. So you select the trial option if you want to go ahead with that. Then the next step is networking. So for the interest of this course, we'll leave it to the default values. Very quickly, it just gives you an option that you want to deploy Azure Databricks Workspace with secure cluster connectivity. So basically, no access to public IP. And the second option is if you want to deploy this Microsoft Azure Databricks in your own virtual network, then you can select this option. For now, we'll select it and keep it no, which is the default value. Next option is encryption. So if you want to get additional control of your data, then you can add your own key to protect and control access to some types of data. So you make use of managed disk or managed services, and you can store your own key over there. Next is security and compliance. So this is for enhanced security and compliance. I'll be creating another video for this. Then there's option for tagging, so you can put a neat tag name and the value. This typically helps you to segregate different Databricks account for billing purposes. Next, I'll click on review and create. So it would be validating all the options selected, and then it will be, if the validation is successful, you can click on create, and then Databricks workspace will be created. I have already created a Databricks workspace, so I'll not go ahead and click on create. Come to home. So this is a Databricks workspace which I have created. Um, so once the Databricks workspace is created, you click on the Databricks workspace. It will give you options to launch workspace. If you see here, there is option for upgrade to premium because I'm used the trial version for this demo. So after 14 days, I can upgrade it to the premium version as well. Click on the launch workspace, and then it will automatically log in based on your Azure um, and enter ID username. And this is the default workspace for Databricks. This is the welcome screen with Databricks showing you, giving you options for all the new features which gets released every month. Now to create a workspace, you basically have to go to the workspace, and then if you want to create a notebook book under this, then you will click on the create option, select notebook, and then I will name this notebook as test notebook because we are just using it to test. And then I will be using the serverless compute, but there are options to where you can create your own cluster, and then you can use that cluster. But for the interest of this video, I'll be using serverless compute. Basically, this is pay as you go. The moment you start using it, that cluster gets spin up, and then once you've stopped it, it will automatically shut down. So very helpful when you want to save time and cost for cluster creation. Now, I have so next one of the important thing about Databricks notebooks are that you can select Python, SQL, Scala, or R as a primary language for this uh, for a notebook. And for example, let's say if I select Python over here, and then let's say I would try to write a simple print hello world program where I will be saying print hello Databricks, and then this is going to most likely it will be printing hello Databricks over here. Okay. Now, if you notice this, now the default programming language for this notebook is Python, but you can select it to let's say SQL, Scala, R, and all. So let's say if I do select SQL, and then I say select start from Gizmo box branch. So I have created a um, catalog called Gizmobox branch and address. This is I created when I was following one of the tutorial and showing it for for some of the other work. But if I do the select statement, and if you notice here, I have selected SQL as a programming language over here for this particular cell, so I can run the SQL statement. Yeah, this for some reason is taking some time. Um, but yeah, so this is how you basically create your first notebook and then use it in your day-to-day activity. Thank you.